Hello and welcome to today's Total Takeover Hangout. I'm Andrew Morgan in San Marcos, Texas. Today we're going to be talking about solo ads and Safelists advertising, part 2 from yesterday. If you would like to dial in and ask questions or make comments, you may do so. And the information for that can be found at ttoradio.info. ttoradio.info is where to find that information. There's also a form at the bottom of the page on ttoradio.info for you to request to be a panelist, make topic suggestions, and what have you. So come on aboard, and let's get rolling. Over to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Andrew. Today we've got Rob Gehring on here today, and Rob's going to talk a little bit about the Safelists building that he does, as well as some of the traffic stuff and everything that's all comes into scope into what Rob offers. You know, yesterday we talked about the different values, the new direction that we kind of want to take these Hangouts in, being more of a constructive training type of platform, along with, of course, the general conversation and the discussion kind of panel that we can have with this. So having a hangout like this gives us a lot of options, and one of the options we want to do is to be able to provide as much value as we can, and like I said yesterday, sometimes it involves bringing people on, whether they're members or non-members that have actual valued systems that are used to create leads for instance, Total Takeover. Rob has one of those kind of programs, and I'm actually a member of it, and many others are a member of it too, because it works. Okay, it creates leads, just like I mentioned with the CLB system that Janet Legere has, and then the secret launch system that Matthew Graves has, and I mean, there's lots of people out there. I just happen to be fortunate enough that they're all in my circle of influence, so I'm able to mingle with these people and learn from them and get knowledge from these people and learn how to build my business with them. So first I want to bring on Rob, and Rob's going to go over a little bit about what he does and what kind of value he adds with his program. And Rob, feel free to talk a bit about it, let them know about the 7 steps, the whole thing about what you have to offer. Okay, so over to you, bud.
Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. As Carl said, my name is Rob Gehring. I'm the owner of Traffic Leads to Income VM. So today I'm allowed to reveal the big secret of what what program that I am the owner of. And as Carl said, it will help you. It'll help you generate leads. That's for sure. And it goes even further into other marketing strategies, techniques. The way I look at it, I've been on line as a marketer for over a decade. So as I've built my program and developed it, what I really try to do is share what succeeds for me with others, and that is the official venue where I share. So now that secret, that cat's out of the bag, I may do a little desktop sharing. Carl said that would be okay. So I do want to caution everybody that we
Yeah, you froze up a bit there, Rob.
Technology, gotta love it.
Yeah, not sure if we lost him.
We'll get him back in a minute. Hey, if you'd like to call in, you can dial 712-775-7035. The access code is 213-884 and then the pound sign. Once you dial in, you can press *6 to raise your hand, and we'll come over to your questions and comments.
Okay, looks like we got Rob back. So, Rob, let's continue on, bud.
Can you hear me now?
Yep, go ahead.
We're good. Okay. So I'm going to do a little screen sharing. I'm going to give it a try. Actually, here it's the first time I've tried it in a Hangout. But if you're not a member of Traffic Leads to Income VM, go back to the person who invited you to this Hangout today. Go back to your upline sponsor, because they may be a member, and they can give you a referral link, and then we're kind of doing everything as the way it's supposed to be done in terms of downline integrity. So I'm going to come back into the Hangout here, and I'm going to click on this screen share, and let's see what happens here actually. Okay. Google Hangout would like to share the content of your screen. All right. What would you like to share? I'm going to do entire screen. How about that? See what happens. Share. Okay. It says I am screen sharing now. You got it. Okay. So I'm going to come back over here, over to my Google browser, or my sorry, my Chrome browser here. So you should be seeing the login screen here for Traffic Leads to Income VM. Or actually, this is the sales page at trafficleadstoincomevm.com. I'm going to click on login. I'm just going to go over a couple things briefly. I do a hangout actually on Sunday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time that's out there and publicized. So I'm going to start doing more trainings with the screen sharing and such. But just to do an introductory is my goal today. Let's go ahead and log in here. I hope this all works. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I'm just waiting for that to load. Oh, here we go. All right, so I get a one-time offer here, which I'm going to bypass. Okay, so now I'm at my main screen. So what Traffic Leads to Income VM is, I like to think of it as a tip of the funnel marketing system that, oh, by the way, has a Safelists viral mailer inside of it. So I encourage people, before they use my mailer, before they reach out to 10,000, of my list, if you will, because that's what a viral mailer and a safe list is. It is a form of a list. You have access to the owner's list, and 10,000 is a pretty chunky number to get your total takeover information out to. That's certainly could bode well for results. So what I always tell people to do, you see this big stop sign, click here for the Traffic Leads to Income 7 Steps to Success, 10,000 bonus credits for following my training. So I let you basically mail to my entire membership by letting me train you. That's pretty crazy, but there's more. I'm going to give you $10 in cash in your commission account. With a $25 minimum payout, you're only $15 away from getting paid. So that's pretty crazy, I would say. So you click there, and it generally takes you to where you left off. And I've already obviously completed my training, so I'm going to scroll down a little further. I'm just going to click on step 1. Yeah, I'm going to go through this pretty fast for the sake of the training today, but later on I can do anything that the Carl wants me to do training-wise. We can dig into things in all kinds of minute fashion. So I'd start people off with recommending Skype. I have a YouTube channel that can be accessed, and actually if you access my YouTube channel from step 1, you'll be notified when I do my Hangouts, and you'll be in my inner circle, so to speak. So that's a cool way to get mentored. And I also have a YouTube video for steps 1 through 4. In my next Hangout, which won't be Sunday, it'll be the following Sunday because I'm going to be out of town this weekend. I'm going to actually use this venue to do steps 5 through 7 and post that video later on in the later steps, so you'll have complete video tutorial of everything that we do here. I also recommend Skype. I encourage people to contact me on Skype for personal training and mentoring. I have a Skype group. I have a all the usual that us marketers have. I got this. I have the Facebook. Have the Facebook fan page. I have the Skype groups. Skype training groups. And then I tell people to just make sure that they update their profile. So you go to profile. And just get all this stuff in here. The biggest ones are autoresponder, referral URL, and primary business. If you don't have an autoresponder or primary business, we can help you with that. We get into that detail in later steps. Your messenger and social networking IDs. We have a cool kind of customizer for your referral page. If you put in a testimonial and upload your picture, it'll show on your sales page. As you can see, I customized mine with a little message, and I even could make a live link to some of my other training that I do. So once that's all updated, you just click on update, and then you're pretty much good to go with step 1. So I'm going to head back into the menu here. Step 2 talks about, or actually let me go back to step 1, because there's a real important thing that you want to do at the end of your training for each step. You want to grab this promo code. It says step 1 done. Okay. Enter code on left side under promo code. That's the 10,000 credits and $10 cash that I talked about. So I find enter promo code. I click on that. I paste that in, hit add. Or actually, I can do this live. I didn't take advantage of my own offer. Isn't that insane, huh? All right, so let's go down and grab that promo code. Step 1 done. Okay, I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come back to enter promo code. Paste that in. Add what I just pick up here. I just picked up what I call the cool promo. I think that's about 500 or 1,000 credits. So it builds as you go on. And at the end of the training, once you finish the 7th and final step, you'll be sitting on $10 cash and 10,000 credits. Step 2 talks about the autoresponder. So that's one we would probably spend a lot more time in detailed training. But just know that's how you build your list. I want you to build your list before you build mine, before you start mailing in my mailer. That's just the way I am. That's my core training that I've been doing for a decade, and I bring it everywhere I go. It's my deal. It's what I do. It's my passion. So we give you an autoresponder referral URL. But here's the cool thing: if you updated your profile, your downline sees yours. I know, for example, Carl uses Aweber, so his Aweber link. If you're one of Carl's members and he's updated his profile correctly, you're coming in under his Aweber. That's pretty nice, right? I give you a 5-part email series, which you can load in your autoresponder. For Host and Profit members, which is a GVO product, I have a video that shows you how to import the email series. And then we move to the next step. We grab our promo code. We say, I've decided about autoresponder. We go to step 3. I'm not going to talk about step 3 too much. It is basically uploading your picture onto the lead capture page that we're very cleverly building as we answer these questions and go through this training here. So your picture brands your page. It's that simple. So if I'm out there in mailers and traffic exchanges and other places, I'd rather join under somebody I see a nice, guy in a suit and a tie. That's got me more interested. And I also have a picture resizer tool in here if you need that. Moving to step 4, put all the pieces together. There's training videos and information in here about how to, if you're actually, again, if you're in Traffic Wave or GVO, I've got some information, some videos you can follow. But really, this works with any autoresponder. You just have to create a campaign, load your letters, and go and grab your form code. And letters just need to be edited with your personal touch. Grab your form code, paste it in the box, click on Save Autoresponder Code right there. And at that point, when you go down to select a page, you'll already have a pre-made lead capture page that's built for you that looks just like that, which I can preview the design. You can change there's an editor in there. You can change the verbiage. You can do a lot of things. You can create your own thank you pages, your own your own confirmation pages that take people to Total Takeover, for example. So that's a way to build your list on the front end and back end into your TTO. I also create splash pages through this system that front end TTO, and then I back end my leads, which I can get into in a future training. Back end my leads back into my autoresponder. So I'm always building my list, either front end or back end. So I'm going to close that window out, and we're going to move on quickly to step 5, which is your downline builder. Specific resources that your mentor and your sponsor calls out. So you don't join everything in the downline builder. You look at what's going to work for you. You pick your spots. That allows you not to be overwhelmed. So some really cool resources in here, like Referral Frenzy, where you can automatically send to 60 mailers in 2 clicks, right? I mean, what's that going to do to your TTO business? What's that going to do for generating leads, for your business? It's crazy. Excuse me. So continuing down here through the downline builder, I just tell people stick with your specific recommendations from me and your sponsor. And there's a little section here. If you've again filled out your profile properly, it says your sponsor would like you to look at their primary business, which is, we can put TTO in there, right? Okay. So how nice is that? So this is what we call a tip of the tip of the funnel marketing system, because I'm not advertising my business, but yes, I am. I'm advertising a list building lead capture page, which funnels everything that I do, which leads to everything I do. And that's the power of this plan. So that's the downline builder and primary business recommendation. Safe list advertising. I explain what a safe list is. At this point, you're getting ready to start mailing with me through my resource. So I'm not going to read this in too much detail, but I introduce a couple of resources. Again, talk about referral frenzy. There's something called Ultisend that allows you to really send to anything. Not as quick as referral frenzy, but anything that's not included in referral frenzy, you can clean up with Ultisend just to get the mail out quicker. I'm not into the clicking and the mailing. That's like get it done, get it done. I'm into the personal connections, working with people, the follow-up piece, which I teach you all about my secret methods. Not secret, but stuff that I picked up that works for me. I am on the leaderboard, number 62 in TTO, and hoping to get to number 1 someday. I've already challenged Carl, as he knows, and I've challenged my sponsor, Janet, and challenged anybody in a nice way. It's just fun. I want to be number 1. I want you to be number 1. I want to teach and train you to follow me, to watch me, you know, to be a part, to work together to make it all happen here. So here's the follow-up stuff, which is really powerful. A lot of people say they read it, but I don't know if they do. There's a lot of cool stuff in there that's, again, just given to you. And that's the training. So you've cleaned up now with $10 in cash, 10,000 mailing credits. You can mail to the entire membership by clicking on send mailing, subject line, body, put in your URL, which could be the lead capture page that you just built, because it's leading to your list and other endeavors. So you're not technically advertising traffic leads to income VM and traffic leads to VM now, are you? And then you bring that to all your other things. That's why I do it like I do it. That's why I take you through the 7 steps for those that are like, now I get what the guy was trying to tell me. I thought it was stupid training, but oh my goodness. And then you just send your notes. So you got your subject, body, link, how many credits you'd like to use. You can send to your own personal downline for free by leaving the credit box with 0 and clicking the send to my downline referrals. So you have a downline mailer in here as well. The only other thing to do is click on upgrade, take one of our affordable upgrade plans, get bonus advertising, the ability to build more lead capture pages, 50% commissions. There it is. So let me come back over to, I'll take it out of screen share and turn it back over to Carl. And I'm assuming I just have to hit that screen share button again, or stop. All right, thank you.
Awesome, Rob. And you know what? I mean, this is what it's all about. I mean, we've got a guy who has built a system. Now you got to remember, this is a viral system for you to promote your business. You know, he just has his own business platform that he has made things easier. So, you know, I look at this as not as someone like Rob saying, oh, just come and join my business. I don't look at that. I look at this as being a resource to expose my business, because again, he brings you through the whole process there, showing you everything that he does, including building a capture page if you want it. Okay, you can build it or not build it. You know, it makes sense to build it, and because of the way that he has it all organized together. And then again, you know, when you're doing the mailer out with his traffic leads system, that when you have that link in there, it can be posting to all your other businesses. So, you know, you're posting to his list, and then you're posting, obviously, like I said, if you've got a downline you're building out of there, you're posting to them, and that could be part of that thing, could be all part of your other businesses that you've got, you know, you're streaming it all together. That's the whole idea of marketing online, folks, okay? It's utilizing other people's methods and processes to do that. You know, Rob has a process, Janet has a process, Matthew has a process, I have a process, everybody has a process, you know, and like I've always mentioned on here, it's all about taking bits and pieces and utilizing this. I mean, would you not want to go and blast your information to 10,000 people? Well, I would. You know, I'll do that in a heartbeat, okay? I will go and I will join different people that have these kind of systems so I can hit all of those databases and all of those safe lists, because safe lists are probably the most responsive lists that you're going to find online. You know, half of the people that charge even some of these big monies for traffic, they're getting it from highly responsive lists. Safe lists, whatever it may be. And this is what they're doing. We're calling them safe lists because that's the kind of category that they're placed under. But lists can be grown in many different facets, okay? But when you have a system that allows you to mail to them, that's what you've got to tap into, okay? And we're going to provide resources like this. Yeah, some of them may cost money, some of them won't. Again, as I've mentioned, it all depends on where you want to take your business to, okay? What level do you want to take your business to? Because honestly, folks, it takes money to make money, okay? I know what I can do for free, and I know the kind of money I can make for free. And then when I start to scale up, I know the kind of money I start to make, okay? I mean, I don't make thousands and thousands of dollars working free resources. I make thousands and thousands of dollars every month combining resources, okay? So I will go out and I will, like I've got involved with Rob's system to use his system. I've got involved in Janet's system, in Matthew's system. Why? Because I want all the exposure I can get for my business. I run multiple businesses. I run TTO and I run a few other sideline businesses that maybe some of you know about. Regardless, you know, I'm all about making money any particular way I possibly can using whatever resources. If they cost me money, this is why in the 90-day plan that I offer people that you can learn how to raise capital online to pay for your advertising. That's what I do. I don't pay out of pocket for anything. So this, sorry, my phone's ringing. These kind of things, like with Rob, what he offered, and eventually, you know, we'll have Janet on here talking, and you're going to have a session we'll have with, what's your name, Andrew? You know, Andrew will be showing the stuff that he does, okay? Because everybody has different things and different types of marketing they like to do. You know, we'll have people that do social marketing like I do, and other people that may have, maybe they specialize in lead generation or something. You know, there's so many different facets, like I said, and we're going to get these people on here to show. So, Rob, thank you very much for sharing that today. You know, we're going to have you on to do more and more of that because we want to make these of high value, right? And, you know, the one thing I can tell you, folks, is, you know, Rob and Janet and Matthew are in my group, okay, in my downline. And it's not about you guys coming to us. It's you guys being able to utilize what we have to build your business wherever it is in TTO, okay? We need to make sure that we stay ethical and moral about everything here. Nobody tells you to leave there and come here. That does not happen, okay? It's no benefit to anybody for anybody to jump anywhere, so I need to get that clear and straight out because you're already positioned. All we're showing you to do is how to build under you where you are now. If you're not getting any help anywhere else, then we're offering the help, okay? We've got the resources. We're showing you where you can go and do it and get these resources. I mean, like I mentioned, Bonnie Waters the other day, you know, she's part of Janet's downline. And you know, she made a post the other day, 31 referrals in 24 hours. Oh my God, how many of you listening today would like to get that? I know people that have been in TTO here now for a couple of months and are barely getting 5 leads a week. And it's because they're not tapping into everything. You know, there's training in the back office under the training, the yellow training tab that's in the back office. It gives you all kinds of training there. And we know people are not tapping into that. Maybe because they don't know it's there. Maybe it's too confusing for them. And that's why, you know, I guess I kind of made a decision on here to bring this kind of training, the step-by-step stuff out here to teach on that. Okay, to teach you all. Some of you are even new to the internet. We know that. Okay, so we want to make sure that when you're coming here and becoming involved with Total Takeover, that you know exactly what you need to do and you're able to tap into the right resources to get the job done. Because at the end of the day, you know, if you're not making any money, nobody's happy, right? So we need to make sure that your business is building, that you're getting your registrations, whether it's the $5 14-day trial and getting them to upgrade to become a life changer, or whether they're coming straight to life changer, and then at that point being able to start building their business on day one. We need to get you tapping into the people. You know, I don't know what the number is, but I mean, the number's got to be close to 4 billion people online today worldwide. Okay, it's humongous. In Facebook alone, I think it's 2.5 billion now. Okay, just in there alone. And the one thing I have to tell everybody is this: there isn't anybody that I personally know, that you personally know, or that is on this planet that isn't interested in making a few extra bucks. Okay, that's a given. Everybody wants to know how to do that. What we need to do is show them how to tap into that. Rob just showed one way to do that. We're going to have more people on here showing different ways. I'll be doing some trainings on here. Andrew and Janet, and if Matthew decides he's going to come on, him and anybody else who's a trainer out there who has a system that is generic enough that can help you. Because remember, Rob's system is generic. Okay, it can be used for marketing any business that's out there. So if you're marketing multiple businesses and just using Total Takeover as your training hub or something, well, again, this is all part of that. Rob has a way for you to tap into people and expose them to whatever your business is. Same as Janet, same as Matthew, and whoever else. The reason I'm mentioning these three is because these are the only three that I know of that have these kind of systems. Okay? I mean, I know there's a few people outside here that are there, but I don't know what the results are, like how good the results are. I have lead programs that I use and stuff like that are out there that I know that there's results of. Some of the members are using it and have given it high praise. These have been actually connected into my daily action plan as well. And again, not everything is free, and I want everybody to understand that if you want to make a lot of money, okay, and I mean an extreme amount of money, go from making whatever you're making now, maybe it's $2,000 or $3,000 a month, and you want to double that or triple that, go from the $5,000 to $10,000 or more a month, okay, it is highly possible to do it online. I've done it. I know what it's like to make really big money online, but it's because I tapped into the right resources to do that. And yeah, I had to pay for some of them, but I made that decision, okay, to do that because I wanted to scale up my business. I was tired of plateauing out at $1,000 to $2,000 a month. I wanted to make more, so I had to do something to scale myself, and that's when I start tapping into resources like Rob and Janet and Matthew and all the others that I tap into. I do spend money, but you don't have to spend a lot. Okay, this is the other thing. I know people spending $500 to $1,000 a month and getting nothing in return. That's because they're spending their money on unproven places. What we're going to provide you here are proven places and proven techniques that are actually getting us sales. Okay? There's no sense in, we could sell anything we wanted on here, but what does that make us look like if we start selling stuff to you on here, or telling you to go and take this training or take that training or invest in these kind of lead traffic or whatever if they don't work? You know what that does? It comes back and it gets you guys very, very angry with us. Okay? And you know what? We're not deviant in any means. We're providing the resources for you. We're allowing you to make your own business decision on whatever it is that you want to do. Like I said, Rob came on here and told you what he offers to people out there. He offers this to anybody on the internet. He works with his team in Total Takeover and gets them in there generating leads and stuff like that because his list is responsive. Janet does the same. So does Matthew. So now that I've spoken now for 15 minutes, let me go over to Andrew and let's get Andrew's take on things here again. And let us know, Andrew, if anybody's waiting to call in and ask questions.
Well, my take is marketing success has everything to do with mass exposure, and you can do that a couple of different ways. The extreme on those ways is you can say something once to millions of people, or you can say something millions of times to one person at a time. Either way works. It just takes more work and time for the left-hand side of that. Almost knocked my monitor over. I thank you, Rob, for bringing the information with your system there. I'll definitely be using it, like I told you a couple of weeks ago. I studied this industry. I've been studying this industry for 33 years, even before we had availability on the internet. So once the internet come along, now I'm on information overload. But anyway, once I know somebody like you, I'm more apt to study a little closer something that is shared with me. And that's the unique thing about network marketing, is the relationships is where the success actually happens. There's a lot of things on the internet, and if you knew everybody out there, then you'd be more apt to study and hone in on things that you just brush by. Your eyes see something and goes, oh, that's another one of those things in the sea of one of those things. But we have Rob here. Rob has integrity. He shows up. He's persistent and consistent, and I like him, and we like him. So I'm more apt to go and take a deeper look at that system simply because I know Rob. And people will be more apt to take a look at your total takeover, your primary business, your different types of tools to get your message out there simply because you've developed a relationship with them. Hey, we have a caller. Let's go over to this caller and see what's going on. Caller in the 657 area code. You're on the air. Yeah. Hello, caller, 657 area code. You are on the air. Okay, maybe not. You're going to have to raise your hand again. I'm taking you out of queue. So caller 657 area code, if you'd like to try again, you can press *6. Back over to you, Carl.
Okay. Ooh, that was close. I just got off the phone. That's great that you've what you covered there, Andrew. Sorry, I did miss some of it because I was on this phone call. Someone was trying to get into the information here, so I apologize. I did miss some of it there. I don't normally do that, but it happens.
Well, the main gist, Carl, is that Rob has come on, and we know Rob, and he's introduced this way to get our message out, whether it's total takeover or whether it's our primary business, in order to have mass exposure a little better than showing it to one person at a time that we meet on the street. And so because we know Rob, we're more apt to take a closer look, and that's the same with the viewer. Because they develop a relationship with somebody, however they do it, that person that they develop a relationship is more apt to take a look at their total takeover or their system that Rob has shared with us, or whatever their primary business, simply because of the know, like, and trust factor in the relationship that's built.
There you go, and that's perfect. And you know what? This is what we're all about, folks. Okay, we're not. This is not about getting you to join our programs or anything like that. Let's make that clear. This is us providing resources to build your business, okay? The 90-day plan that I put together, okay, is all about giving you resources and guidance and that, and what you need to do on a daily basis to build your business, whatever it is, okay? The 90-day action plan is a generic system. What Rob has is a generic system. It can be used for anything that's out there. I brought Rob on today and asked him to talk about his business because it is a viable resource for your business, whether it be Total Takeover or any of the other businesses that you might do. And we need to make sure that this is straight because, the last thing that we want to have is people saying, oh, they're just trying to pitch us on their programs. That's not what we're doing. Why we're doing this is this, because we have been asked by the field to help guide people to where they can go and find people and promote to people and be able to get referrals to their business. Okay? This is what we're doing. Not everything is free. Okay? And like I said, I don't like to use this saying because it's not always true, but I do say it a lot, that you get what you pay for. Okay? If you use free resources, in the most part, they're not responsive. Okay? But if you use the paid versions of those same resources, they become a lot more responsive because it's hitting a different style of list. Okay? Like I mentioned Hercules a lot because I use Hercules and I make a lot of money from Hercules. Okay? And then there's people that say, well, Hercules doesn't work. I'm thinking that they're not doing everything on a consecutive daily basis. It's the same thing with Rob's system. Rob will have a certain way that you go in and you present to his list. Okay, and I recommend that you do the lists on a fairly regular basis. I do my list on Hercules at least 4 times a week. Okay, because here's why, and maybe Rob can actually comment on this. This is what I see. People will receive emails on a daily basis. Okay, whatever it's from, if it's a safe list or whatever it is, they receive it. Sometimes they'll hit the delete button, sometimes they won't. Okay? And this is what you all have to understand is that repetition is what makes the sale. Okay? I use the example of McDonald's. If McDonald's advertised once a month, chances are they wouldn't get anybody going to buy their burgers. Okay? But because McDonald's advertises every 6 minutes, someplace around the world, whether it's radio, TV, paper, internet, whatever it is, okay? They're constantly, that when you see it, like you could be watching a movie and see a McDonald's commercial 3 times through that movie. By the time the movie is over, you're hungry and you want to go to McDonald's, okay? So when you're getting emails, reminders and that, whether it's a broadcast or whether it's a follow-up letter from an autoresponder and people are getting these on a regular basis, at some point in time, they're going to go, man, this guy or gal keeps mailing me. I wonder what the heck this is. And you click on it. And then you finally go and look, and then you finally react. Okay? So, this is, repetition is so important in here. And let's not get this confused with spamming. Okay? Spamming is doing it too many times in a single day, multiple days in a row. That's spamming. That's annoyance. But if you're sending out, like me, I'll send out an autoresponder every second day. I'll send out an autoresponder message. Okay? Or if I have events going on, I will send out reminders that day. Like, for instance, with Total Takeover. Okay? We have webinars Monday to Sunday to Thursday. So I send out in my broadcaster, I have them pre-done for advance, that they will send out a reminder, a quick reminder, so just a short 1-2-liner reminder saying, hey, don't forget about the Total Takeover webinar tonight, 9 o'clock, blah, 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 with the link and everything. And I send that out. It's already pre-done in advance. Okay? So, okay, let's go over to Andrew, and then Rob, we're going to get back to you and get your thoughts on that.
Okay, our caller is attempting again. Caller from 623 area code, you are on the air.
Hi, Andrew. Can you hear me?
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Hi. And
Uh-oh. You were there and then you were gone. Who are we speaking with? Well, you have to try it again. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. Somehow they dropped off the air. Carl, you're muted.
Let's go over to Rob and let's get Rob comment on that, and then we'll see if the caller calls back. Over to you, Rob.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Carl. So yeah, definitely, you have to be focused. You have to have a plan, and you have to saturate the email marketplace. There's no doubt about that. So having your autoresponder set with regular broadcasts. It's not spam if the person opts in. Spam is when you actually are garnering unauthorized email addresses and then sending to those people. And if you do that, that's really silly because that's no way to build a relationship. But you can hit maybe too many email. You could maybe possibly over email somebody. But the way email is today, that's almost the nature of the beast. I think most people understand that email accounts that they're using for business, they're going to get a lot of email. So you got to keep the pace going. You've got to you may ease up a little bit on your personal list, space it out every couple of days, have good relevant content. But when it comes to the safe lists and the viral mailers, it's Katie bar the door. It's like I use program I mentioned, the Referral Frenzy. I use that as an not quite automated, almost semi-automated, very quick way to get out 100,000, emailed about 100,000 people over the course of, I'm in probably 25, 30 of the mailers that are supported over there. So the discipline is, if it'll allow you to mail every day, you're going to mail every day, and the leads come. There's no doubt about that. Your best source, though, and as a viral mailer owner, I'll be the first to admit, we're good, but we still can't beat a solo ad. The solo ads you pay for separately. Some mailer owners provide, maybe a different venue or pipeline, but a solo ad is somebody's personal list. Actually, you're mailing to somebody's personal list, pretty much. I use ad swapping methods. There's a couple of things in my training in my downline builder that are mentioned, and I know a lot of people in our Total Takeover group use it. And there's other ones too. There's a lot of options when it comes to ad swap or buying a solo from somebody. Now that's where you're, again, talking about a pure list. They don't offer that to everybody, so those people aren't getting as much email. So that's the other part of the topic today, was about solo ads. That's why they're more responsive. I think that's what Bonnie did to get her 30 referrals. So just part of that daily discipline. You have your venues that you can do every day. Do it. And then save up for your solo ads. Use the money that you're earning in commissions to keep fueling the furnace until your commissions are so high that you pull out an advertising budget, and then you got $1,000 to go do something nice for your family or whatnot. So that's really the thought there. But I have to always end any discussion about this with, this is not the end all be all. You got to then. You got to really focus in on your opt-ins, and that's the follow-up, and that's adding their email to Skype, and that's using the phone number that they gave in Total Takeover, and making that personal connection and getting them to the Hangout here, and getting them to the live calls Sunday through Thursday. That's the deal with all of that. So you got to know that it's just not, I have an advertising machine and sit back and make money. So I'm going to bring it back over to you guys.
Okay, Andrew, I think you got someone on the phone. Over to you.
Yeah, let's try this one more time. Caller from the 623 area code, you are live on the air.
Hi, Andrew. It's Karen. How are you?
Hi, Karen. I am doing great. What's your question or comment today, Karen? Let's see if we can address that.
I think Rob's still talking.
No, Rob is not talking. You're live on the air.
Okay, great. First of all, I want to thank all the panel, Rob, Carl, Joan, everybody that's been on it. I love these Google Hangouts. Yesterday, Carl was mentioning something about what were the problems in marketing that we were all facing when we first went into it. About 3 months ago, when I first came online with trying to go into different programs and figuring out where I was going to go, I was having problems with being organized as to what to look at and what to learn.
Yes, carry on.
Okay, and what I was having problems with was what do I learn where? I mean, all I knew was how to read email on the computer, so I found out I had to learn the computer. Then I found out I had to learn social media sites. Then I found out I had to learn how to do ads. Now I'm finding out more thanks to Carl and what he's been helping me with about how to do different ads and where to put them. But I think that was, I don't know, it was my lack of knowledge and what I was looking for. But if there was some way of making it a list like Rob showed today with what he did about where to go first when you're coming into one of these programs and where to learn, like the back office is getting incredible with information. I love it back there. I think that would probably help someone like me quite a bit. Thanks, everybody.
Well, Karen, it's awesome that you're learning there, and I just wanted to point out that you started way ahead of me. I had, you're learning how to use the computer and things. You knew how to use the email, and then learning how to use the computer, and then moving on. I had to learn how to stop saying different types of hick verbiage first. I had to learn how to present myself, without having long hair and all, scruffy, and I had to learn how to be socially acceptable out in public first. So you're way ahead of the curve. I had to come a couple of decades in order to get to the positive side of social skill set. So you're way ahead of the game there. Awesome comments. Thank you for calling in, Karen. Back over to you, Carl.
Awesome. Thanks, Karen. I appreciate the call in. You know what? Feel free to call in again. Even if with some things that more things that you want to learn on and stuff. I mean, that's why we're here. We're here to tap into whatever area we possibly can. Not all of us have that knowledge, but we do have people that do have that knowledge, and we'll tap into them and get them on here and talk about that sort of thing. So. Rob, again, thanks for all the input you gave here. You brought a lot to this today here. Joan, you came in a little bit late, so just to get you up, we're just going over the Safelists and solo ad stuff, and just trying to get everybody's kind of feedback on if they've been using it and the results they've been having and that sort of thing. So not sure if you've actually been tapping into that yet or not. I know that you and I are trying to work a little bit on that kind of stuff. So if you want to give maybe your feedback.
Well, that's why I'm late. I was doing all my traffic exchanges and writing my ads and posting on Facebook and Twitter and Google. All of a sudden, I got up at 6 o'clock this morning. I looked up at the clock and it was 20 to 11. I could not believe it. So, yes, I'm doing my due diligence. I'm working very hard at getting things out there and making sure that I'm doing things right. I'm backtracking a little bit because a few things I did wrong and I've had to redo them. But this is a learning process, and nobody knows that better than I do, and Carl. And I think Rob, yeah, there's a lot to learn, but once you get over that learning hump, everything gets a little more, it gets a little easier as you gain confidence. I've had a real mental block when it's come to traffic exchanges. It's been very, very difficult for me to wrap my mind around it, but finally, I'm getting it together, and I'm learning a little bit more and a little bit more, and it's something that you just can't jump into, which I was doing before, and trying to learn everything all at once. You have to be progressive. You have to take your time. You have to learn to do each thing in sequence. And once you master that, then you're getting over that learning curve. And that's what I'm doing. And that's what I was doing before I came online. And I'm so sorry that I didn't get here on time. That's the first time I've ever done that. So, Carl, you know that I'm working really hard to get where I need to be.
Yeah, also, Joan, share with us what happened to you yesterday with that new person.
Okay. Yes, I had someone that I had, must be at least 6-7 years ago. This person was with me with another program, and I hadn't heard from her for years. And I posted an ad on Facebook for TTO, and she saw it, and she connected with me, and she's come in now as a not a life changer, but at the $5 level, and she is going to upgrade in 14 days to the life changer. But that just shows the importance of keeping yourself out there, because this would have never happened if I hadn't been posting on Facebook. And I got 3 or 4 other people too on Facebook that are coming in, and they've been following me on Facebook, and they're seeing my postings. So yes, this is so important to stay connected, and I'm just enjoying this so much. I'm getting really, really excited because I'm seeing the benefits of the program. There are so many people out there that call themselves internet marketers, but they haven't got a clue what they're doing, and I just love the guidance that we're getting from you, Carl, and from Rob on traffic exchanges, and really, really want to help people to nail things down so that they're not just spinning their wheels and wasting a lot of time duplicating the wrong way of working on the internet. And finally, with TTO and with Rob and with you, Carl, everything's coming together. That I felt before I got involved in TTO that I was in an absolute maze. I was trying to find my way out of it and getting involved in other programs because I thought that they would give me the answer, and it just didn't work. And now finally, I feel like I've got things under control, and I can move forward and build a huge business in TTO.
Awesome. Thanks, Joan. See, this just goes to tell you, if you keep being repetitive on what you're doing, you know, going out there and making your posts on a daily basis on social media, you know, doing what you need to do for solo ads and Safelists and that. If nobody knows that you're out there, nobody's ever going to be able to go into business with you. So all I can say is, you know, tap into resources. Okay, maybe it's not the resources that we have. Maybe it's somebody else's resources. You know, but I'm saying if you're spinning your wheels and you really want to do this, but you just can't seem to find direction anywhere, you know, tap into us. We'll guide you. We'll show you where you need to go. We'll show you what you need to do. But the one thing you've got to do, if you're in Total Takeover, you need to go through the training that's in the back office. It's the yellow tab you see when you log in. Okay? You know, if you're a test driver, you know, you've decided to take the $5 14-day test drive, tap into us here, okay? We'll show you how to tap into people and start creating stuff within that 14 days that's going to make it worthwhile for you to become a life changer and start making some really big money with this company. But it's going to be all about the action taking. I mean, we do talk about it all the time, but it's more about tapping into those resources and being consistent every day on those. So I don't know if there's anything else anybody else wants to add on here. You know, we're at the top of the hour almost here, and I'm almost out of juice. So I don't know if anybody else has a little bit more juice in the tank.
I just want to say one thing. Last month, in that 2-week period, I went in and I saw that I had made money in TTO. I just went into my back office yesterday and I doubled the money that I made last month. So boy, I know this program really works.
Oh, so that's an awesome testimonial. So thanks for that. You know, I mean, myself, obviously, you know, they just paid out again yesterday, and my income went up as it usually does, right? And this is all because I'm consistent. I mean, those that know me, they see my posts on a daily basis on the different social media content that I'm on. I'm utilizing more resources like Rob's resources and a few others, you know. So, okay, I'm out of gas. I could just go on and blah, blah, blah about just stuff. So I don't know if anybody else here has some last comments they want to go across the table with.
Carl, before we get to that, there's another caller, but they haven't raised their hands yet. And caller from the 385 area code, if you would like to raise your hand and participate and ask a question or give a comment, just press *6 and follow the prompt. So,
okay, anything else from you guys? Rob?
No, I'm pretty good. I just wanted to thank everybody for you know, for listening and the opportunity to speak today. And I look forward to coming to another hangout. I can't come to everyone, but when I'm available, I always make it a point. And you know, my final words is just for everyone, just go out and be great today.
Awesome. Thanks, Rob. So let's go over to you, Andrew. Let's close out the show. Thanks, everyone, for putting up with us one more time this week.
Thank you, Rob. Awesome content today, brother. Quick caller from the 385 area code. You're live on the air.
Oh, hi, yes. Yeah, this is Kevin D. Melville here from Provo.
Hey, Kevin. What's on your mind?
How you guys doing?
Awesome, man. What's on your mind?
Good. I just maybe just some questions and you know, comment or whatever. Like maybe define more maybe what solo ads and Safelists are and stuff, because I'm still kind of new, even though I've ran it on with Autoresponder and like stuff like that before, but I never knew what I was doing because I never made any money, and So I'm working towards getting the AWeber going, and I'll probably have to call you again, Carl, and be able to get that, help me get that up and running. But anyway, if maybe you can define more, maybe some of these terms, because it's still kind of like a giant elephant
Well,
for
Kevin,
some of us people to be able to, it's big, and we just need to kind of swallow it by the time, and maybe we had more of these terms, and maybe kind of a layout of what like maybe I don't know. I'm thinking maybe like a flow chart or something, but maybe that'd be too complicated.
it may be a good idea to do a glossary of terms and create a page of glossary of terms that have definitions. That'd be cool. Well, let me define right quick what a solo ad is. There are people on the internet who have built and cultivated lists, which we would call, some people say large list. I say medium list, substantial list, 5, 10,000, 20,000, 45,000 contacts on that list that are usually targeted. Most of them are kind of targeted because the people on the list are there because of a particular subject that the list is about. So what a solo ad is the person that owns that list provides a service to the public for you to go and purchase a solo ad. That means that one email goes to everybody on their list, and that email, of course, is an advertisement. So you can create an advertisement that's an email and purchase a solo ad, a single solo ad that gets emailed to their whole list. Some lists are more responsive than others. Different lists have different topics, so it depends on what list you're finding and promoting to would determine the responsiveness or what you would be marketing to. Now, a safe list is a system where people opt in to a system and get on the list in order to receive messages from other people on the list and to see the offers that the other people have within a certain niche. For instance, multi-level marketing. And so a safe list is a way to get your message out, and it's not a single ad. With safe list, you have varying degrees. For instance, some of them you can join for free, and you can send out a message to a certain amount of the list once a week, or the whole list once a week for free. Whenever you upgrade, usually on those lists, you can send like 4 or 5 messages a day to the whole list and things like that. So that's where a lot of the success is coming from online, is solo ads and safe lists, and that in a nutshell defines what a solo ad is and what a safe list is. Some safe lists allow you and will sell you the ability to send a solo ad to their safe list. So there you go. I appreciate you calling in, Kevin, and it's at the end of the show. It is 1:57 p.m. right now. We started the show at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. I want to encourage you to call back in tomorrow. I've taken you out of queue, and you can call in Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The way to find that information is ttoradio.info. It's been an awesome show today. Awesome, great content. Thanks to Rob, who's already logged off, has something else to go to. Thank you, Joan, for your input. Carl, as always, your awesome direction and the things that you do. You're faithful, persistent, consistent. I'm telling you, Carl does a lot. It takes a lot of tenacity to go and do the things he has to do each day just to have the show. You have to go and create the show. You have to title it. You have to put the description in. You have to create the link. You have to go over and put the link into the Total Takeover support group in various places. There's a whole big process that Carl does, and I applaud you for that, Carl. You're awesome. Get back with the person that invited you to this hangout and get your Total Takeover marketing success education product in place and start studying. And then once you do that, then you'll have access to be able to activate your distributorship with Total Takeover simply by inviting your first customer personally. Awesome product. I'm my best customer, and I'll be here no matter what. So get back to the person that invited you to this hangout. Get your Total Takeover education and system going. Also, we want you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can do that below or beside or above this video somewhere. Okay? You can also do that at ttoradio.info. And I want you to remember this. It takes leaders with vision to lead people with dreams. Let's participate in our marketing enterprises the way that we would want our personally sponsored to participate, and see you tomorrow. Bye for now.